This is my fourth CAS reflection video, and in it I will be reflecting upon my visit to the Capital Area Food Bank and how I, 1. Increased awareness of my strengths and areas for growth, 2. Undertook new challenges, 3. Worked collaboratively with others, 4. Engaged with issues of global importance, 5. Consider ethical implications, and 6. Developed new skills. The Capital Area Food Bank is the local food bank for Austin that packages unexpired and unused foods and donates them to homeless shelters that feed the homeless population of Austin. The visit to the Capital Area Food Bank increased my awareness of strengths and areas for growth in multiple senses. My areas for growth that I realized through my visit to the Capital Area Food Bank include working quickly. Sometimes quantity is in fact more important than quality, and I will focus a little more on that in the learning outcomes that are still to come. And it also taught me that I need to take my life a little less for granted. So I guess that means that I have some room to grow in terms of my ability to appreciate what I have. It showed me what my biggest strengths were, in the sense that I was able to pick up the process of packaging food rather quickly, and it also showed that I was able to work, sorry, there's a fly, and it also showed that I was more than capable of working with a group of people in order to achieve a common goal, which I will focus more on in working collaboratively with others. The visit to the Capital Area Food Bank was a challenge in and of itself, in the sense that it was the first time that I had ever been, and I, A, have never had a job, B, have never had a job in which I am an individual working on a factory-type line, and that's exactly what happened at the Capital Area Food Bank. So this was kind of a whole new experience to me, just because I had never physically gone through the process of packaging food. I had never physically gone through tediously checking expiration dates on various packages to ensure their health and sanity and all that. Sorry, sanity. Sanitary. Sorry, not sanity, to ensure that they are sanitary. I also worked collaboratively with others because, like I said, it was kind of a conveyor belt of workers. I was on the boxing committee, so what we did is we had 3 or 4 long silver tables and a ton of flattened cardboard boxes at one end. And the boxes would be passed down the line, and it would, I guess, continue to exponentially look more and more like a box as it got closer to the end, because it went from a flat cardboard box on one side to a box ready to be packaged, filled, and sent off on the other side. So we started with folding the box, and then it got passed and we taped it, then it got passed again and we folded it a few more times, then ensured that it was sturdy and all that good stuff. And the entire time we had to do this process fairly quickly, so it was something that couldn't have been done without communication and willingness to collaborate. 4, I engaged with issues of global importance. Poverty and hunger is a concept that is prevalent in absolutely every community on the face of this earth. Sure, it's more prevalent in others, but that doesn't mean that it is entirely non-existent here in Austin. In fact, there are a ton of homeless people in Austin, but luckily we have plenty of homeless shelters to ensure that they have the bare necessities of life. Oh man, Jungle Book's a great movie. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, it showed me how important it is for everyone to receive the vital and absolute necessary treatment in terms of hunger and hygiene and all that good stuff, regardless of your economic status. So it really kind of put into perspective to me that while I may complain about my life sometimes, there are a lot of people that are worse off, you know? And part of that is me never having experience to live life like that, and I'm extremely fortunate. That also kind of ties into the fifth goal, considering ethical implications. I had never really considered how much work the Austin community does to help out those less fortunate. And it actually really touched my heart to know that so many kind and caring people were more than willing to go to H-E-B one morning and pick up a huge cake to not even do anything with that served no purpose other than to be donated to the Capital Area Food Bank in hopes of it feeding a homeless family one night. So I definitely think that what I experienced at the Capital Area Food Bank is something that everyone should experience. And one thing that really touched my heart was the fact that whenever we came across a cake or baked goods or something that were expired, we had to throw it away. Like, literally, there was a huge dumpster in the middle of the room. And if a package had an expiration date that had already passed, we had to throw it away. Absolutely. So by the end of the day, we had gone through 11 or 12 dumpster loads of food, perfectly untouched, but it was expired. So, and keep in mind, we only worked from 9 until noon, so that is a lot of food that's going to complete waste. But we were able to counteract that with the amount of food that we were able to donate to the homeless people. 6, I developed new skills. I, for one, can honestly say that I had never worked on a conveyor belt-esque line of workers, nor had I ever thought that creating cardboard boxes could be so tedious. So I learned how to work well with others. I learned how to fold a cardboard box, and I also developed a pretty sharp eye for expiration dates. That day, I went home and just out of curiosity took a peek at the products in our refrigerator and pantry and saw their expiration dates, and thankfully none of them, or at least not many of them, were expired. But the same cannot be said for Brittany Ho's house. Sorry, that's completely off topic, but all of her food's expired. Anyway, I thoroughly enjoyed my time at the Capital Area Food Bank, and I can't wait to volunteer there again.